So, as many of you know, Xreal fully announced the Xreal Aura last week at the AWE, and I was there and I had a hands-on experience with the device. There's been a lot of videos and a lot of people have covered the Xreal Aura. Even I myself, I've made 2 or 3 different videos on the Aura. But I see, based on the comment sections and a lot of these other videos, I see that a lot of people still don't fully understand what the Aura is. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain it further to you what Xreal Aura really is for those of you that don't quite understand. And then I'm also going to answer some of those burning questions that you guys have been asking everyone, but they don't seem to know. And some of them I myself still don't know, but I did interview Xreal's GM, Ralph. So if you haven't seen that video, you should watch it right here. He answers a lot of the questions regarding Xreal Aura specifically. So what is Xreal Aura? Well, think of Xreal Aura as the love child of Google, Qualcomm, and Xreal, a true symbiotic spatial computer, right? It's basically a VR shrunk down into a glasses form factor. So you're taking the brains of Google, in their ecosystem, you're combining it with Qualcomm's chips as well as Xreal's display technology, and you have this whole unique dual spatial computing. When I say dual, I mean or split spatial computing, where Xreal handles the glasses and hardware side of things, whereas Google and Qualcomm handles the software side of the puck. So you have all these things merged into together into one to basically give you a glasses form factor of the Galaxy XR. Galaxy XR is basically Samsung's VR, but using Google's Android XR. So you can basically get like 90-95% of what Galaxy XR can do in a glasses form factor. This means that a lot of people that get motion sickness using VR, or people that just don't want to be fully enclosed into VR, can finally have a lighter form factor that they can actually even walk down the street. I often do this. This is one of the many use cases for the Xreal series glasses, like the Aura. Walking my dog and watching YouTube on the side, or I could be using maps. Now I only do this in a safe environment, which is a really large sidewalk, or I'm doing it on my own street or at a park or a field or something. I would never go on the road, just watching YouTube or using maps on the side. I wear them walking through the airport sometimes, and especially when I'm on the plane, I absolutely wear them. The difference between a glasses form factor and a VR form factor is huge. It's huge. When I'm on the plane, when the server comes and they want to offer you, drinks or food, whatever it is, if you have glasses, you can see your peripherals. And because the Aura is optical see-through, you can see through it. It has 5 levels of electrochromic dimming, so you can adjust the transparency depending on what you want. But the point is you can easily see your peripherals and your environment. And if you have it on the clearest pass-through, you can clearly see your environment. Whereas with the VR, yes, you can have a good pass-through, but when you are in low light, there's this distortion, there's warping, and then there's just the weight of the device itself. So there is a big difference between VR and the glasses. Obviously, for the best immersion or the most immersive experience, you're gonna want VR because it completely covers you. It immerses you into that world. But if you want to have a spatial awareness of your surroundings, the glasses form factor is the way to go. Now, I'm not saying VR is bad. No, VR is great. I love VR, and I'll probably keep on upgrading it because there's just no experience like VR. There is no experience like standing in a place but feeling like you're in an entirely different world, right? VR gives you that. Glasses form factor cannot give you that. But what glasses form factor can give you is a spatial experience. When you put these glasses on, you can literally look around like you would with a VR goggles, but you're just seeing it in a 70 degrees field of view of the Aura. You can play games. You can use 6 I tried some games that the Aura had to offer, and I was kind of blown away. I could walk around, use my hand. The hand tracking works phenomenally. You can just move things around I was very impressed. But real quick though, you guys might have noticed that I just hit 10K. I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers, to everyone that has been supporting me. Even if you're not subscribed, but you've just been hitting the like button, I want to say thank you. And I'm going to be doing 2 giveaways. One of them I have already picked. I have already picked a winner for one of my other previous video. And his name is, I believe it was Pterodactyl. I don't know, but I'm going to put the name on the screen. Congratulations, you win the glasses. And then the second one, I have not picked yet, so you still have a chance to win a giveaway. The second giveaway is gonna be this controller right here, which I made a review of. You can also watch about this controller. I made a review of it a couple weeks ago or something like that. So if you want this, it's a controller that you can plug your Xreal Beam Pro or your phone and play games while still using your glasses as a video pass-through. So if you want this, comment down in the comment section. And there is one more giveaway that I'm thinking about doing either now or maybe in the next video. I will do that giveaway. It's gonna be sometime soon, and I think a lot of you are gonna want it. But anyway, back to the video. Now, one of the things that a lot of people were saying is, oh, a 1200p display blown up into 70 degrees field of view, it must not look good. Well, you might be wrong on that one, because when I looked through those glasses, the image was pretty sharp. It looked really good. Now, obviously, I didn't use it long enough to type on text. I wasn't typing text, doing documentation to really see how strenuous it's gonna feel, with that display. But from what I saw, the display was pretty sharp. It looked good. It looked amazing for movies, YouTube. I was able to do VR, YouTube VR, like, moving my head around and things like that. That was like really, really great. There is this game where, well, it's not a game, but there's this thing where you can actually learn to play a piano, a keyboard. It uses the camera to display the virtual keyboard overlaid on top of your actual keyboard, so you can learn to play a keyboard or piano or whatever it is. This is amazing. Imagine all the things you can do. You can even hairbrush. I mean, there is so much you can do with this with this Android XR. All the apps that work on the Galaxy XR will, for the most part, work on Aura. So, which means that right out of the gate, you're gonna have a lot of apps, a lot of games that are gonna be compatible with the Aura. So, with that being said, let me answer some questions for you guys that you might not know, you might be wondering, or things like that. So, the number one question that I've been getting a lot is controllers. And I ask about this question: will it support controllers? The answer is yes. But I realized comments later on, or days later on after posting the second video, I think that a lot of you were not just concerned with will it support controllers, but more specifically VR type of controllers, right? I don't know, and I didn't think to ask him because you guys just literally just said will it support controllers, and that's what I asked. If I can get more details, I'll make another video answer that questions for you. Now, one of the questions that I've gotten the most along with that controller was, is the puck itself compatible with the Xreal One Pro, the Xreal One S? Well, think about it this way, right? You go to the dealership to buy a Ferrari. Now, you don't just buy a Ferrari, you buy a track package Ferrari because you want to have the best experience on track. Now, you buy the Ferrari and then you ask your salesman, can I put my Honda Civic stock tires on this Ferrari? Will it work? The salesman is gonna look at you and say, I mean, it's a tire, so yes, but you just spent all this money to buy a track focused track package Ferrari. Wouldn't you want to have the best experience using the tire that it was meant to? That's the same way to look at the Beam Pro, the Xreal One S, the One Pro compared to the Aura. So as far as cross compatibility, and the biggest thing that you need to know is that The puck, the Aura, is one. You cannot buy the puck separately and you cannot buy the glasses separately. You have to buy them as one. So if you do buy them as one, why not get the best experience you can possibly get? Now, once I get it in my hand, I can plug it into everything that you guys want to know. I will plug it into the TV because I just want to know what it would do, not because I want to use it for my TV. I just want to plug it just to see if it works. So people are asking, will it support casting? Well, yes, it will support casting. Not only can you connect your device, such like Steam Deck or PlayStation computer, straight into the puck, you can also cast wirelessly to that, just like you could do with the Beam Pro, but on a different level. Does it get hot and does it have fan? One of the reasons why you asked that question was because of this right here, the Xreal Beam Original. This thing right here was it was revolutionary when it first got released because it was the first device that allowed us to plug our external device into something like this and get an actual 3 DUF. Like, it was incredible. But one of the problems with this is it got hot and the fans were really loud. Well, in the time frame that I used the Aura, I kept putting it next to my ears, and like I can hear it. It does have a fan to cool off, but that thing is silent. Like, it's quiet. It's more quiet than the in-ear pod. I think you would only know once you have this thing hands-on and you're using it for like 4 hours. That's the only way you would know if it truly gets like hot, or the fan gets crazy. Does it have haptics? Yes. Something else to know is with the Aura is the glasses itself, right? When you unplug it from the puck, it actually becomes just like any of Xreal's glasses. So it has Xreal's native Real 3D, it has Xreal's native ultra wide, super ultra wide, and basically all those other functions that is in your One Pro, the 1S, is built into their glasses. But you only get access to them when that glasses is connected into something else. So I guess you could, in theory, connect Xreal, the Xreal Aura's glasses itself into the Beam Pro. But once again, why would you want to do that if you already have the puck? Because you can't buy it separately, right? Question someone asked was, does it have an expandable storage? No, none of these things do. The only things that have expandable storage these days are cameras, action cameras. Something else that you guys should know is the price, right? The price of Aura, people keep saying that, $1,500 is expensive. I agree. I think $1,500 is expensive. I don't have that money to blow. I did put my deposit in, but you will notice it says up to, so not exceeding $1,500. And quite frankly, I don't think it's gonna be $1,500. I don't know what it is gonna be, but it might not be $1,500. As far as trading goes, you heard the last video. Rob said if you want trading, make your voices known. Put it in the comment section. It turns out Xreal actually watches my videos. I ran into them at the bar at AW in Cali. I was surprised that these people actually watch my videos. So you want tradings? Put it in the comment sections. They see this. Rob sees my videos. So you want tradings? Put it in the comment section. You want tradings? Put it on Reddit. Put it on Twitter. Put it everywhere that they can see. Put hashtag Aura tradings and tag Raf, and then tag Cola because he mentioned it in my video. Anyway guys, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Let me put my glasses on. If you're still here, I got a review of the XBX coming up, and maybe I will be doing a giveaway.